Hi, my beautiful butterflies. So today is November 21st, and I am here to give you part 2 of my surgery journey. On November 7th, I left the hospital. I didn't get to my mom's boyfriend's house until 3 p.m. It took 2 hours to get from Seattle to where I live. Well, about 6 o'clock on Friday, I realized, oh shoot, I should probably go get my medications so that I can, sleep. So Chris takes me to, I have a stupid nap, takes me to Walmart where my prescriptions were, and stupid me, I totally spaced to look in my little backpack, which is like my purse, to see if my ID was in here. I forgot my ID, and I didn't realize I needed it to get my controlled substance, my controlled meds, which are the oxycodones. So I had to call Chris into Walmart so that I could pick up my prescription. I also had to wait for an associate to open up one of the lock sliding doors so that I could get a blood pressure machine. That was a fiasco. We finally get out of there. I was so glad to be back to the house. I had as much as I could deal with that day. Anyways, I was at my mom's and Chris's. From this point on, I'll just say Chris, because it's his place. I was there until November 12th at about, I think we left there about 2 o'clock. And then we came here, and my mom and I spent about an hour doing some cleaning. She got me basically caught up with dishes. There were a few dishes left to do, but for the most part, she got me caught up with dishes. We got all of the garbage taken out. Sorry, guys, I have a little bit of a headache again. Oh. And I've already taken some Tylenol. Anyways, so I stayed at Chris's in the spare bedroom, which is where I always stay. It's on a bunk bed, but I had the lower bunk. I did pretty good. There was, I think, one day where I didn't eat lunch. I just wasn't hungry. I stopped taking my oxycodones on Monday. That was the last day that I had that type of pain med. So the 14th, I actually decided to go to town and drive. I technically wasn't supposed to, but I wanted to see how I was doing because I had a doctor's appointment on this last Tuesday, which was, I think, the 18th. Yes, it was. So the 14th, I went into town, did some grocery shopping at 2 different stores, which one of the stores is Fred Meyer's, and I am not happy with them. The last 2 times I have went into their store, my digital coupons have not been coming off. So I've had to go in twice and get refunded for money that should have came off in the beginning, which is fine because they give me cash, which helps out, but it's still pretty annoying. So I drove just fine. The next day was Chris's youngest granddaughter's first birthday. So I actually went to a craft bazaar at my local community clubhouse. from 10 to 2, and then from 2 until I think I was there till about 4 o'clock at the birthday party. Yeah, which was fine. It got a little hectic, and I'm glad I left when I did, because I was starting to get a headache with all the kids running around. They had balloons there, and one of the kids, he kept popping the balloon somehow. Kids be kids. Anyways, that's what happened on the 15th, and I was so tired from those 2 days that I decided to stay home Sunday and Monday, because I knew Tuesday I was going to have to be at my doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I got up at 6:30 in the morning so that I could leave by 7. I left at like 7:05, which is fine. So I was a few minutes early to my appointment, but it was all good. Doctor said my suture looks good, nothing wrong with it. He took a look at my blood pressure readings. He said they're looking good. Asked me to contact the surgeon to see about going off of one of my medications, which is a blood pressure medication. I contacted my surgeon yesterday, I think it was. They said at this time they don't want me to, because I'm ranging between 110 and 120, which they don't like it that low. So they're going to keep me on it. We're going to talk about it at my appointment in December. So on December 16th, I have a medical transport, which is it's called paratransit. It just helps with getting me to and from my doctor's appointments. I can use it for anywhere pretty much, but for medical purposes. So I had to schedule that yesterday. And I have an appointment on the 16th from 1 p.m. to basically 3:30 p.m. 3:30 is when I told paratransit to go ahead and pick me up, because I have two. I have a CT exam, and then I have my, I guess it's like a 6-week post-op visit or something like that. So, they said we could talk about possibly dropping the blood pressure medication at that appointment. So now I'm recording on a different piece of paper my blood pressure medications. And at the same time, I also have to keep track of my blood sugar level for my primary care, because my primary care wants to get me off of one of my diabetic medications. So we'll see how that goes. This morning, my blood sugar was not the best, and either was my blood pressure. My blood pressure was 111/76 with a pulse of 76 beats per minute, which is decent. I am starting to, as far as my recovery goes, most days I feel pretty good. There's been a couple of days where I have felt pretty tired, and so I'll go down and take a nap. As far as the pain, usually I can take a couple Tylenol and I'm good for a couple of hours. The Tylenol hasn't kicked in yet. This morning. I did buy, what day was it? I think it was it was Tuesday night. We had to call 911 for my mom because she got so drunk she blacked out. So that night I actually went to Walmart and bought a second ice pack, because I have one of those gel ice packs that has the gel beads in it that you can do hot or cold. And I was realizing that I needed a second pack. So Tuesday night I bought a second pack. It's in my freezer. It just helps out because the ice packs help with the itching. I was told that I cannot use this, which this is a sunburn relief gel. It's an external gel. It's like a numbing gel with aloe. They said I can't use this. That I can use like Zyrtec, or I can use something as long as it's like half an inch from my suture point, which I will say right now, I don't even have half an inch on this lower one, this part right here. Like you can see my suture. I mean, I can do it this way, but it itches like right in my ear here. So the cold pack actually kind of helps with the itch. And sometimes if I just put my hand over the suture point, it helps with the itch. I have itched it a few times. I try not to itch right on the suture line because I'm making sure that I don't get like the scab. Like this is a little bit of scab I have left up here. All in all, I'm doing pretty good. I did take an edible one night, and let me just tell you, I felt that edible. It got me a little loopy, and I thought I was going to get sick in the middle of the night. But I took another one a couple of days ago. I had no issues with it. So I don't know if maybe I was just a little bit more dehydrated maybe the first night or something, or if it was just too soon to take something like that. I don't know. But those are reserved for literally when I can't sleep, and that's why I took them. I was having a hard time falling asleep, so those are a sleep aid for me. That's all they are. They don't do anything else for me, and I don't like the effects of them if it's not going to help me sleep. So yeah. Sorry guys, I'm trying to look at the calendar. Oh, my ex-husband stopped by the other night. He only stopped by because I got a check in the mail for him from our DSHS, which is Department of Social and Health Services. When we were married, we got an overpayment on our EBT, and so I've been slowly paying it off, and I guess he got garnished and a couple of times too many, so he got refunded some of that, so I have to keep an eye out for some of his mail, but that's a whole nother thing. He has been the only visitor that I've had since I've been home. My stepdad was supposed to come visit me and bring me some salmon. He hasn't, but I'm not too worried about it. I have plenty of food. Tuesday, I also went to the food bank. They're supposed to open at 9:30. I don't think the line started moving until after 10 a.m. Half of and I only went there just to see what they had and grab a few things, mainly perishables, so fresh fruits and veggies. I got some eggs. I could have gotten some chicken drumsticks, but I don't like drumsticks. And I also just didn't have enough room in my bags to carry them, so I was not going to worry about them. I got some apples, got some salad, got some oranges, couple other things. Some bread, some rolls. So, I mean, it worked out. I really don't need any more food. My pantry, my fridge and freezers and pantries are full. I made cheeseburgers last night. I had some ground beef that I'd had in my freezer for a while, so I thawed that out and made 3 cheeseburgers. I only ate one because they're pretty hefty. It was 1.5 pounds of ground beef that I split into thirds. So, pretty hefty. I might have another one of those tonight. If not, I will use some of the hamburger to make some tacos. Yeah. I've just kind of been chilling, watching shows, just still trying to get better. Sorry, guys. I woke up probably an hour ago, and I'm still just kind of, yeah. My cat has been keeping me up. My baby girl has. She's outside right now because I put her outside because she was meowing. I don't know what she wanted. She wouldn't show me. I tell her to show me. She usually will either go to her food or she'll go to the door. The food meaning I'm hungry, I need food or water. The door means that she has to go outside and go potty. She does have a litter box, but I need to clean it. My iced tea. That's the other thing I got at the food bank, because I got some unsweetened iced tea. I had to sweeten it up with some stevia, and then I'm using the container to fill it with my other tea mix, my sugar-free tea mix. So that's one way that I've been trying to help control my blood sugars, is I drink this daily. And the container I had was a 2-quart container, but it was starting to get a little yucky. So when I got this new tea one, it's like, okay, let's just combine the unsweetened tea with the little bit of sweetened that I had, plus my peach tea, and it works perfect. It's like a 79-ounce one. So I had to refill that this morning. So I go through 2 quarts plus a day on drinking that, which is good. It keeps me hydrated, helps me get better. Yeah, my next update I think will be once I have my CT and I see the doctor on the 16th. I might update you guys a little bit later because my birthday is 2 days later. So we'll see how. I have no plans for my birthday right now. So we'll see how things go, and I'll update you guys then. All right, my beautiful butterflies, thank you for chatting with me, listening to me ramble, and following me on this journey. I do hope to get back to the budgeting and planning type portions of it as soon as I'm able to, and I'm feeling good enough. I will be doing Instacart, so I will give you guys updates on that. I wish I could kind of film and give you guys like a short form video of that, but this phone will not allow me to basically put together small clips. So that's going to be one of the things I save up for, is I'm going to buy a new phone that will allow me to do that with. But anyways, in the meantime, guys, I am going to go do something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have been working on some diamond art, so I'll probably watch a show and work on this. So this is what I do in my free time, if you're wondering. Anyways, all right, my lovelies. Bye bye.